and finally you have a style with your resource, the feature resource, and then you have add layers and then add the layer into the maps. So add layers, and this is your layers, and this is your maps. This is the final map, final frame. So this is the J frame, J map frame. So add the frame means the total. This is the frame, and then add the tabular form or map form into the frame, the J map frame. So it has fixed size 50-50, 10-50, and then enable toolbar true, and then enable toolbar true to both cases, the toolbar. So this is the toolbar and selection features. That's I said selection features toolbar. That's I mean here. That's when we start the map view. Maybe selection features again to upload the files. I need to be shortest path to build to get data store. Oh, sorry, this is the data. Maybe here or something here. Yeah, the color. Maybe this color. Maybe width to this time it's maybe not label, maybe name. Oh, that's a name. Okay. So that means here. So this is the main name selections, selection features. You can zoom in, zoom out, and then in specific feature that I mean here. So selection features, add separator and add the buttons into the selection features, and then panel, and this add action listener, and map frames, and score tools and size and set visible true and selection features. This is the map mouse event functions, event class, and then new necessary. This is the default source code that I get from the GeoTools, and I just refactoried something part of the just adjust my code, and then this is the message information, mouse click positions, and this is the points and the rectangular. You can point selections and rectangular selections, and the pin transformations. What selections selection input is this, like point input or rectangular input, and this is the 2D selection part, and then how many selection features you have it, like simple features and simple features iterator, how many features, and iterate through this then and selector, and says is the no feature selected if you don't find it any selections, but like you clicking or your bars, like you have clicking, and then you have the message information, okay, no features in selection in the console level. If you have it like here, so you see that mean that if I click it here, nothing there. So this is the message information that I mean. So no feature selected, and then display the selected features based on the ID that's I clicking, and then send the colors and fit the colors and styling when you select the features, and you line color or field colors depending which object you are, and then depending which color you are setting here. So this is the default field color and then line color. Create style, selected styles, and this is depending on the how you try to select your selections object. For this case, in the selection object, like when you selected is select properly working, then you just like it's a red section of the or your lines. So if you blankly click it and selections, and then it's at least automatically how many features is selected. It says how many features is selected, 4 or 5. They see the selections. That's I mean here, these sections. And create rows, the color, outline colors and field colors, and depending on the which geometry you are selected, you see the selection geometry. If you're selecting the polygon, that will be different colors combinations and lines and points. Basically, we are using only three geometry here: the polygons and line and points. That means the polygon means multi-polygon is selected, line means line string or multi-line selected, point means multi-point selected, depending your selection bar and necessary settings for the your style and color and stacks rules, and create the rules and set the geometry and different type of geometry in there, and then geometry for polygon, line and points, and build this, create styles. The same thing happen to file to XST files. You can also import the XLD files, then you have different XLD file, then input also, then and automatically change the UV styling curves. Create from XLD file, and then you can build it from the XLD file, create style 2, and so on and so forth. Create polygon style, and this is my the extra effort, depending how you try to implement your features or your functionalities, your selections, or your input, or your all things, depending. But this is the standard, or I mean that standard or structured way to build the selections and then your feature selections and so on and so forth. So that means in the map view, we already fix it. Okay, we load the shape files, and then we fix all the display the shape file into our window. I mean here, this is our window in total, the map window, and with the selections, zoom in, zoom out, and specific attribute informations, just like one selection information. If you have many selections, yes, you don't know how many click you did it, just like here, just like simply nothing there. Yes, there. So that means that had no additional information at all. So then open shapefiles. That's the extra. They add the file menu, and then open shapefiles, and it is calling the default connections and shapefile data storage factory, and this is the action listen, action event listener, event class or handler, and this is the connect to the PostGIS database, and also the default PostGIS ng data store factory, and connect to others factories. And that is the separator, and then separator means you see the separator here. This is the separator, this line of the programs. Okay, then you have the exit, the separator, and then you have the additional menu bar, tabular view. That's we explained already, tabular view, and filter the features, count the features. Then we need to be explained a little bit these functions from the feature filter and count features and the geometry exit. So the features. I mean, what I mean here, this is a part of the section. So you have a tabular features view and feature counter and feature geometry. That's I already show you. This is one example. So feature filters, we have a feature, so in tabular view, then we have feature functions into here. Then we have a like selected items, and then simple feature sources with data store. That's we have it, and then feature type, and then you have a SQL query, and then to filter and get the text and simple feature collections, and pass to the get features and pass the filters, and then and feature collections, data models, table models, sorry, table models and feature models to pass the features, and this is the counter for exactly the same thing. This is counting how many entries or how many object into the U tables. I mean here the complete tables. This is the information how many. So that means if I go to the second, maybe here the shapefiles, there's a little bit smaller shapefiles to input it. This one. Maybe then natures, the list